Hey guys, so here we're going to be doing a match analysis. This is a Japanese match analysis since um, you can't really find Savage Trooper anywhere in the English meta. So since it's not released here yet, which kind of sucks. So um, this is a matchup Tachikaze versus Great Nature. This is a very fun matchup. That's all I have to say. It's very fun. Um, both sides can break and lose, right? But like. Um, it's a lot of back and forth, and both decks aren't more powerful or weaker than the other. In my opinion, maybe one is slightly over the other, or more consistent, but that's about it. Um, so yeah, let's start this. Let me just not kill my ears. You guys won't hear anything except for my voice, since I think the auto will just distract. Um, Here we start off. He writes the grade one that when something is milled, you can counterblast one, return to your hand. It's only once per turn, though. It's a really good card. We read left-hand guy rides Savage Trooper, checks Sonic Noah. Um, Great Nature checks a front trigger, draws. Um, Rides this dude. Its ability is when it intercepts gets plus 10k. I don't see any uses for it, right? Since you don't really want to call it out or anything, so you want to use those rearguard circles, those front row rearguard circles for stuff like Binoculus and Zebra, and Panda. So right here, damage checks a Mega Rex. He rides a Mega Rex, but he doesn't call out anything, which kind of sucks. But here he gets a draw trigger, which I guess helps refund that. Great Nature guards with the front trigger, so nullifies it. Here he rides into Leopold, so most players like to ride into Bison before riding to Leopold, since you want to get Leopold's auto ability off twice. Because its ability, if it rides from a grade 3, you can trigger its auto twice, and basically when you ride Leopold, mill the top card. If it's a normal unit, look top 4, call 2, that grade 2 or lower, call up to 2. Shuffle your deck. Sorry, put the rest of them back, shuffle your deck. If you mill a trigger unit, the Vanguard gets plus 15k in a crit. So here he attacks, and Tachikaze player decides to perfect guard with the crit. Um, it's smart since it has a crit. I personally would have taken it because, that's one less, or that's one PG you could have saved. But here he gets the front trigger and he attacks. Tachikaze player takes it and gets a draw trigger. Um, which I guess it's kind of worth it now. Here he rides Gigarex, calls out Savage Trooper and Savage Raider, giving gauge to Trooper. Calls out two Sonic Noahs and another Trooper, and Gigarex attacks for 37k to Vanguard, gauging everything, which I don't think I like, since those two back row gauges, well, yes, they can be used for Gigarex's damage ability. They aren't of any use right now. So, here, Great Nature player takes it, checks a heal trigger, gives power to Savage Raider, and Blight Ops. And he damage checks the Bison. So here, Savage Raider is hitting for 27,000. But the thing about this is that he forgets about Sonic Noah's ability and just moves gauge to the Savage Trooper on a rearguard circle. Takes another damage, not a damage trigger. Here, use Sonic Noah's skill to sack Raider and draw. And then should be that text on the screen probably said, "Oh, you forgot to use Sonic Noah's gauge skill." Here he attacks with Savage Trooper for 26,000. It should be just based if Raider got that gauge and moved it over there, and then he used Sonic Noah again, it would have been 36k. But here's 26k, and then he attacks with the Trooper on the XL circle for 28k, and he guards it with a front and Zebra. Personally would attack that rearguard Zebra though, but since I got another Zebra out of his hand, that's worth it. Here Leopold's skill goes off twice. First time checks a normal unit, so it calls out Panda and Binoculus Tiger. Here he puts the cards back, shuffles it back to his deck, and then he mills the next card, which is a Bison, so he gets to call out two more cards from the top four. Here he only calls out Monoculus, and because he didn't call anything else, it's either grade 3s or just triggers, since you can only call cards that are grade 2 or lower. Well, Tachikaze players at 1 damage, Great Nature players at 3 damage. It's quite an advantage. Zebra skill goes off because Leopold milled twice, it gets plus 10k. So it gets plus 5k for each card milled. Vanguard's attacking for 12. Is gun with Savage Aggressor for 2 to pass. Gets 2 Binoculus Tigers. One is an OR. That looks nice. Here Binoculus attacks, counterblast 1, mills that top card. If it's a trigger unit, he draws a card. If it's a normal unit, plus 5k to 3 of your rear guards, and you retire another opponent's rear guards, I'm pretty sure. No, it's a normal unit, draw a card. Trigger unit, plus 5k to 3 of your units in the front row, and retire one. And then here they use Monoculus ability Mill Top if it is a, let me check again. If it's a normal unit, you cannot sentinel it, and if it's trigger unit, you can only guard with trigger units. So here is just a normal unit. Attacks with the Panda for a huge number. Just takes it, and then Zebra is even bigger, and he just takes it. It's now their turn. Unfortunately, one Savage Trooper is dead. Here it calls out Blytops and Lacerate Rex. And he just uses Gigarex's damage skill. I don't think it would have benefited him, since I'd rather push this game or this time and then use the gauge next turn. But yeah, he has 3 cards in hand, so I guess it makes sense. He gauges Blytops, Savage Trooper, and for some reason not Lacerate Rex, which is weird. But here's attacking for 37k Vanguard. I would have personally attacked a rear guard, but whatever. Here he perfect guards, ditches a Binoculus Tiger, checks a Sonic Noah, and a Blytops, which kind of sucks. 22,000 Vanguard. Discards with a trigger, I think. Oh, no, that was a grade 1. I think he forgot to add the 5k. So guard for 17. Okay. 16, 31,000. Again, forgets to add the 5k, so he only guards with the trigger. And this should be 23, but... Oh, it goes 18 to rear guard. Okay. I don't know, I think he just forgot about the 5k. It's fine. It's fine. Your Great Nature player goes in. So this card, just plops his whole hand down. No cards in hand. It just switches it just because it looks nicer. Leopold attacking for 12, guards for 2 to pass with Shaman. Gets the mouse and a heal trigger. That's going to be a big setback for the Tachikaze player. Attacks with the first Binoculus, Ditch Top. It's a trigger unit, so it draws. Did he really make a misplay? Really? Oh, yeah, this guy made a misplay. There's so many misplays in this video for some reason. Second Monoculus Tiger attacks. Mills top. It's a normal unit. And he draws. Wait, did I just get his ability wrong? Oh, I did get his ability wrong. Whoops. Okay, so Great Nature guy did make a misplay. Oh, my bad, guys. Here Monoculus Tiger goes off. Mills top. Its trigger unit can only guard with triggers. This is going to be 32 to face. And then Ratyu's skill adds that trigger, that perfect guard to his hand. Takes it, gets Savage Raider. Oof. Okay, oof. Takes it, gets Savage Aggressor. It's gonna be, this is like 31. Okay. He calls out a Gigarex. So here is where the misplay happens, okay? So, Blytops has 2 gauge, and he's hoping that this will hit to get the cards. Well, it's just 17, so he's just gonna guard it, right? Right here, it would have been better to call the Gigarex over Blytops, counterblast one, get the 2 cards back in hand. It'd basically be a +1 since it's 2 gauge under. You're calling 1 card, your hand goes down to 1, right? But then you use Blytop skill, add 2 to hand, your hand goes up to 3, and those 2 cards could have been like there could have been a Gigarex under there, and you could like gauge Lacerate Rex, and then get more cards in your hand and survive. And like you could have just targeted the rear guards basically and build up hand. Um, this just it's one of the things that some Tachikaze players overlook, and it's really disappointing to see that like they call a card, they're not thinking, and then you see like a Blytops on field that they could have called over, and they didn't. And when after the game, when you check under that gauge and it was like something that could have helped you out, you're just sitting there like what? Another thing he could have done was to ride Gigarex, get another Excel Circle, and then use that last card, call it on top of Blytops, get the 2 cards in hand, and then call it from the other Sonic Noah and another onto Excel Circle. That wouldn't have killed him since he has 4 intercepts, right? That's like 20k shield and then 4 cards in hand with a PG, a heal trigger, and I forgot what the last card was, but yeah, just like a thing to look out for, right? You want to check the gauge under your cards too, since this whole game, I haven't seen this guy check his gauge at all to see like if he wants to gauge or like ditch the card. Since I'm pretty sure Lacer Rex had something good under it, he just ditched it just for the damage. Yeah, just make sure to check your gauge. Think about if you need to. You can call over Lacer Rex and Blytops and get the gauge from them. And another thing that I do understand is that he didn't see a Mega Rex this turn or this whole game, other than one in the damage zone and one to ride on. And the one he rode on, he didn't even use its skill, which kind of sucks. Yeah, back to the game. He attacks the Blytops first. He's just thinking about it, but yeah, he attacks the Blytops first, hoping to hit. Oh, no, never mind. He attacks Vanguard for 37k to Vanguard. I would have personally just went to Regard. Since Great Nature Great Nature player doesn't have any counterblast. So would have gone to Regard, right? It's like shut down their plays. But it's just attacking 37 to face. Since here, to survive longer, you could like attack Lacer Rex to Regard, Gigarex to Regard, your Gigarex Regard to Regard, and then Blytops with Vanguard because they need that counterblast. You just yeah. Here it gets a crit power, but then he gets a front trigger and a draw trigger. So his Vanguard's sitting at 32k, which kind of sucks. 17,000 to rear guard, and unfortunately, the pandas, if they're on Excel Circle, they have a permanent plus 7k, so they're permanent plus 8k, so they're permanently at 17k plus the front trigger, which kind of sucks. So Blytops can't hit anything. So this 30 somewhere. I didn't see where he's pointing. It was probably pointing to Regard. Probably pointing to Binoculus. It's 30, yeah, 32 Regard Binoculus in front of Binoculus. It's only 15k guard, which isn't that much. Looking at his... Oh, he just takes it. Now he looks at his gauge. Wow. Okay. This ends turn, because Lacer Rex can't attack anything. Rides Bison. Which, this is pretty strong, since you can restand one of your regards. Here he calls out another Binoculus, and he calls out... excuse me. He calls out the Mouse, which is on hit Soul Blast when you draw a card, which is really good. Here he attacks for 27 Vanguard. It's kind of dumb. That panda's kind of dumb. It's just automatic 27k in Excel Circle. Lacer, or not Lacer Rex. Blytops, if it intercepts, you don't get the gauge from it, which kind of sucks. So the gauge just goes to the drop zone. Bison attacks restands the panda for 12k. It just takes it. and gets a heal trigger. Power the Vanguard, but that won't help him in the long run since here we have Binoculus Tiger using its skill. Mill the top. Oh, it's a normal unit, so all he does is draw. So he doesn't get it, okay. 17 to rear guard, because that's all he can do. 17 to Giga Rex. He doesn't want to attack Laser Rex for that card. Here it is 27k. Tachi player only has 2 cards in hand, so he can't really do anything. Takes it, gets a Savage Raider, and game goes to Great Nature. That's about it. The main things to take away from this is to know when to attack their rear guards, know when to let their rear guards live, and please check your gauge, check your card's abilities. That Sonic Noah thing kind of just annoys me a bit. It's a peeve. People who think Noah is a May or just completely forget about it. Like some people just pick up the deck just because Savage Trooper, because it's like a broken card. It's not broken. It's not broken. It's more of a really good card against clans that don't retire, since its plus 5k buff per gauge is permanent. Unlike Savage King, which is just for your turn. This thing is permanent. So if you have like 5 gauge under it, it gets plus 25 permanently. It's 33k permanently. Well, it's kind of hard to get that much gauge under Savage Trooper without the Helper Raider, but you get what I mean. Yeah. Also remember that you can call over Laser Rex and Blight Tops. That's a really big thing that people overlook, like calling over it. They think, oh, I have to retire this using Mega Rex or have Sonic Noah hit, and it's not optimal sometimes because it needs to. You either need a specific card to retire it, or Death Rex, that too, but you don't draw. Rather use Death Rex in like game-ending situation and try to get them to damage or if it damaged fast as possible. I wouldn't use Death Rex just to gain cards. I only use Death Rex if there's like an abundance of gauge on a unit, and if that happens to be Blight Tops or Laser Rex, so be it. But other than that, you usually want to tire other cards. Just stockpile into the Raider and kill it. Yeah, just remember that you can call over Blight Tops and Laser Rex to get those cards back, and those cards could decide the game, right? So if this guy had Mega Rex under his Blight Tops, and he didn't know it, right? He didn't know actually, but if he had Gigarex, not Gigarex, that if he had Mega Rex under there, and he rode Gigarex, get a Cell Circle, call the last card in his hand over Blytops, counterblast 1, take those 2 cards, and called him Mega Rex. He could have retired off Laser Rex, draw a card, get the gauge off of it, and do so much more. He could have survived that turn. But, yeah. That's about it for this video. Hope you like, subscribe, comment. Criticisms would be helpful. This is just a video I needed to put together to get it out, since I've been super busy. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us have been busy this week, since it's Christmas week. For you who celebrate Christmas, or like Hanukkah week for those of you who celebrate Hanukkah, just holidays, spending time with your families. But other than that, thanks for watching, and goodbye.